Okay, Sarah, first things first. Is Gig Harbor a great place to live or just to visit?
Well, that certainly depends on you and what lifestyle you want, but Gig Harbor is absolutely a magical place to live. We have the perfect balance of small town community with big town amenities, and it is a slower pace of life. As soon as you cross that Tacoma Narrows Bridge into Gig Harbor, you can feel that pace slow way down.
So with that, who's best suited to live in Gig Harbor and who's not?
It's not for someone who's looking for nightlife. It's not for somebody who is looking for city life. This is somebody who maybe is here to raise a family or here to be with the grandchildren. It's a great retirement, active retirement lifestyle here. So again, it just depends on who you are and what your lifestyle is.
So when people decide to move here, where do they want to live?
Well, again, it depends on the lifestyle you want. So let's say family, you want to be in a community, in a planned community where the moment the kids step out the front door, they have Insta friends. So we have Harbor Hill on the north end, and we have several other planned communities throughout Gig Harbor that I could recommend. If you are retired and you're looking for 55 plus communities, we don't have a lot of them around here, but what we do have are communities that have the single level living, and they act as if retirement communities.
What about if I want somewhere that's walkable?
If you want walkability, I would say downtown. When people come into Gig Harbor and they come down on Sound View and they see this gorgeous view and they're so close to downtown with the boutique restaurants and shops, that whole area, including the north end at Finholm, are definitely areas with the view and the walkability that people love most.
And if I want privacy and some more acreage, where should I look?
If you want privacy and acreage, there are some places out in Rosedale and Artendale, but also once you cross the Purdy Spit onto the Key Peninsula, you get a lot more bang for your buck and a lot more room out there. Now, if you're looking for water views or waterfront, I have an entire video about that because it's all around us and there's definitely some specific spots depending on what your lifestyle is.
Do people ever get confused by all the micro communities and neighborhoods in Gig Harbor?
Yes, it is a lot to take in. So that's where you reach out to me as a local advisor and I can walk you through it.
So not that I'm tired of this view, but I want to see more of Gig Harbor. Where should we go?
I've got an idea for us.
So what is there to do in Gig Harbor?
Oh, there is so much to do in Gig Harbor. We've got festivals, we've got summer concerts, we have farmers markets, we have a lot of events, especially in the downtown waterfront district. But we also have places like Hidden Harbor Wine Library where they have local activities going on all the time, from local musicians to bingo, and it's a community space for people to gather around and connect and get to know one another.
So is it hard to meet people once you actually move here?
You know, I always say that you need to get involved, especially within the first 30 days. I have a client who moved here from Vegas, and she actually does more than I do, and she's met so many people. So when it comes to getting involved, there's many different ways to do it. You can get involved with new neighbors. They have 30 to 50 different activities every single month, which ranges from wine tastings to gatherings for dinner. They also do stuff up at the Cannerwood Golf, and so it's really just about making sure that you get yourself involved. And if that doesn't appeal to you, you can get yourself into volunteering. So you can volunteer at the schools, the YMCA, along the waterfront district. There's many different ways to volunteer and local organizations that need volunteers, and you can certainly reach out because I have a long list that I can share with you.
What about the Seattle freeze? Is it actually that bad?
The Seattle freeze could potentially be bad, but that's up to you. If you get out into the community and you integrate yourself and you connect with other people, then you won't feel it.
So with all these different events and activities, how do people find out about them and keep track of it?
Well, there's certainly a couple different ways. The Chamber of Commerce has an events calendar on their website, but I also run What's Good Gig Harbor. I have over 10,000 followers on that Facebook and Instagram page, and a lot of people look forward to the weekly roundup where I share with the locals what's going on for the weekend, so you never wonder what there is to do around here.
What if I want to plan events or activities more than a week in advance?
Good question. Well, you can download the 101 Things to Do guide that you see in the comments below.
I hear it rains a lot here. How does weather affect the lifestyle?
That's a great question. Let's go outside in the middle of February and talk about it. Yes, you are right. We are known for our rain. I brought you here to one of our most popular piers in the harbor, Jersich Dock, to show you that it doesn't always rain. We're in the middle of February, and we've actually got some sun today. It doesn't necessarily rain 9 months out of the year. We do have overcast and we do have the marine layer, but it doesn't affect our lifestyle as you would think. It just helps us add a little bit more layers on.
So how does the winter weather contrast to the summer weather?
In the winter, it is darker early. Expect for it to be dark in the morning when you get up and dark about 4:30, which can make it feel like really, really long days. But in contrast to the summer, the summers here are incredible. Most people spend the day outside and it doesn't even start to get dark till 10 o'clock at night. So lots of fun activities to fill up throughout the summer months.
How do the seasons look here?
Well, we do have true 4 seasons. So in the fall, it's crisp and cold, but bright and beautiful. In the winter, it's going to be cold. Does it snow as much? Not as much. Sometimes we'll have snow every few years, but maybe for a week. And then in the spring, it becomes bright and beautiful again. And then, of course, there's our summertime.
So how bad is the commute if I need to work elsewhere?
It depends on where you're going. So if you're going to Tacoma, I would say expect about a 20-minute commute. Bremerton's going to be a little bit further, 30 minutes. If you need to go to Seattle, expect about an hour drive, but there's alternatives. You could take, there's a number of different ferries you can take. There's even the fast ferry. That takes you right downtown Seattle. And then there's also the Sounder train that leaves Tacoma. If you're going to Bellevue, depending on the day, that can take you up to 2 hours, and that's one way. But what I would always recommend is if you know where you need to go, is to use an app like Waze and open it up and track it at 8 a.m. on a Monday morning, and that's going to give you reality.
For out-of-state buyers, what surprises them the most about the process?
Yes. Well, our area is not a simple grid, and when it comes to how far away everything is on the map, it could look small, and yet in reality, it's a bit of a commute. So here's an example. If you're considering Fox Island and you're just across the bridge in Fox Island, it could take you 15 minutes to get to Highway 16 or the closest grocery store. If you're on the end of Fox Island in the southeast corner where there's beautiful views, you can expect to add another 15 minutes on your commute. So then you're looking at 30 minutes just to get to the grocery store. In addition to that, because we are a spread out community, there's a lot of confusion as far as sewer versus septic and well systems. So when you're in downtown in the city, you can be on sewer, but most of our properties are actually on septic. And then the further out you go, you're also on well. And so there's a lot of details involved in that, and that's where I come in to help you through it.
And tell me more about what the market's like here.
The market here, so we peak in the spring. We tend to tell our sellers, expect March Madness, so you'll have a lot more to choose from in the spring. And then it softens a little bit in the summer, but it's still a hot market for us. And then in the fall and winter, those are our slower months. But you'd be surprised. You want to have everything together. You want to be pre-approved, have your ducks in a row, because there are properties that will hit the market. And if they're priced right and they're in a coveted location, they could be gone like that.
So now fill me in on how buying works if I'm not actually local.
If you are considering moving to the area, reach out. I can always go and take video and send you a YouTube link of an exterior and interior video pointing out all sorts of things about the property. Once you get interested, I highly recommend coming in, flying in, and taking a tour yourself. You could go under contract and do it during the home inspection time frame, but that's not always advised, and we can go over as to why. But I provide a pretty detailed walkthrough. We could always do FaceTime so that you can see things firsthand as well. And then once you're under contract, I'm boots on the ground, coordinating everything from home inspections to vendors, and it's like pressing the easy button.
So at the start of the video, you said you'd tell us what surprises people the most. What is it?
Well, that's going to be cost of living. Our houses on average are $950,000, and then people are drawn here because we don't have state income tax, but you do have property tax, and you have a high sales tax, and if you're selling the house, you also have the excise tax, plus our gas is pretty pricey too. So those are all a little bit of shockers.
So with all those taxes, why would people even want to live here?
That's a good question. Well, it comes down to the lifestyle. So the beautiful views, the small town feel, the connected community, the slower pace of life. Some people feel like that's worth it.
So that was the question that surprises people the most. I think the question that people ask the most is, how do they contact you?
Well, it depends on what your preference is. You can click the link below, you can add your comment, you can give me a call.